This would be a sneaky move by the Cincinnati Bengals. And me personally, I love it. Welcome back into the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. I've had technical difficulties with my recording system, so that's why I wasn't able to get a video yesterday. But I've been wanting to talk about this player for a while. Ever since he was released by his team, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity for the Bengals to swoop in and steal this player from a ton of AFC contenders that are actively seeking him. And I think it would be extremely sneaky for Cincinnati to do, and it would benefit us in a long run. Now, I think it would be sneaky is no one is expecting Cincinnati to do anything else. Obviously, we still have to worry about Trey Hendrickson. I think every team is thinking that's our only priority right now. But if we were able to go under everybody's nose and steal this player while also extending Trey Hendrickson, that's the perfect scenario to end the offseason for the Cincinnati Bengals. And if you don't know, I'm talking about Jaire Alexander was released by the Green Bay Packers. I've been watching him since his days in Louisville. I've loved this player. I love him so much. He's been in the league 7 years. He's been in Green Bay the entire time. I had notes on his stats throughout his 7 years, but he's 28 years old, I'm pretty sure. He's a freaking menace. Obviously, he had his Pro Bowl campaign in 2022, and since then, 2023, 2024, he's just been battling injuries. I think he's seen like over those past 2 seasons, like he's been in 12 games, which is obviously not the best for him, which is why he's ultimately not on the Packers anymore. But he once was recognized as one of the best defensive backs and just defenders in the league. And he was a hefty amount of money for the Green Bay Packers. And the Bengals could swoop in. And yes, he's not going to be cheap, but a lot cheaper than what he should be. And I think it would make perfect sense for the Cincinnati Bengals. Let me go through this report and have my analysis, I guess. Cincinnati Bengals should bolster roster by signing recently released veteran Jaire Alexander. I agree, Mr. James. The Packers are releasing veteran cornerback Jaire Alexander, according to multiple reports. The Bengals should be interested in former Pro Bowler. Alexander, 28, has only appeared in 14 games over the past 2 seasons after having a Pro Bowl campaign in 2022. Ironically enough, the Bengals have had back-to-back off years too, finishing 9-8 both years and missing in the playoffs both years. Why not combine the two? 2 negatives equal a positive, I'm pretty sure. Haven't done math in a while, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Cincinnati needed to upgrade their defense this offseason, and they've added some key pieces that should help. From completely rebooting the coaching staff on that side of the ball to bringing in nose tackle TJ Slaton, also from the Packers, the Bengals are optimistic about their chances about being better on the defense, which obviously we need to be. The one thing Cincinnati didn't do is add to its secondary. They didn't bring in a safety or a cornerback in free agency, and they didn't add one in the draft, which surprised me that they didn't bring in any throughout the free agency or the draft. I thought they would have at least brought in somebody. But that's where Alexander makes sense. He's proven but needs to reestablish his value in the NFL. The Bengals have some young cornerbacks they like, but all of them have question marks. Dax Hill is still rehabbing after suffering a torn ACL last October. Recovery is going well, but he hasn't been fully cleared. Cam Taylor Britt appeared to be ascending into last season, but then was as inconsistent as anyone on the roster last year. Will DJ Turner II take a step forward? Obviously, these are all question marks. Is Dax Hill going to be ready by the start of the season? Because if it is an ACL, probably not. He'll probably be ready early in the season, but not before the season. I would actually be not surprised, but ACL, it's usually a year until they come back. DJ Turner also was injured as well. Cam Taylor Britt took a step back last season. Hopefully, I think he's going to take a step forward this year, but that's yet to be seen. Those are all question marks. Alexander would give the Bengals a proven player on the back end that won't break the bank and needs to play well to reestablish who he is as a player. Couple that with the fact that he's represented by former Bengals players John Thornton and Charles Fisher, the match makes a ton of sense. No, Alexander won't be cheap. He's not going to be as expensive as he once was, but he's not going to be cheap. But he isn't going to command anywhere near the 4-year, $84 million contract he signed with the Green Bay Packers prior to the 2022 season. Obviously, in 2022 season, he went to the Pro Bowl. The Bills are one AFC contender that was reportedly interested in trading for Alexander at one point this offseason, keeping him away from Buffalo, Baltimore, and Kansas City, and other AFC contenders would be an added benefit if Cincinnati did sign him. If the Bengals want to give cornerbacks coach Chuck Burks another talented player to work with, then Alexander should be on their list of targets to add to the team in the near future. I think it just makes perfect sense. I don't really have a number. I don't think it's going to be that 4-year, $84 million. I mean, I bet you could get him to maybe a 2-year where he's making 15 to 20 million a year, maybe even less. I haven't dug deep into what people are expecting him to make salary-wise, but I don't know where he's from, but he played college in Louisville. Bring him back home. Bring him back home. Just to clarify, I'm technically from Kentucky, and the NFL team in Kentucky is the Cincinnati Bengals. I promise you, the people he met at Louisville when he was a Cardinal were Bengals fans. But anyways, bring him back home. I would love to see a Jaire Alexander in the stripes. I wanted us to draft him when he went into the draft 7 years ago because he was one of my favorite college players. I know you guys know I'm a huge college football fan, but he has been one of my favorites for a long, long time. I've watched him his whole career in college and NFL, and I think it just makes perfect sense for the Cincinnati Bengals to bolster their cornerback room, which needs that other veteran help. They're all young. All the corners are young. Yeah, we have Geno Stone, but he's in the DB room, not the cornerback room. He's a safety. We need a veteran in the cornerback room to help lead these young guys. The oldest and most veteran we have is Cam Taylor going into his 4th season. And then the rest of them are all younger than that. Josh Newton, he's going into his 2nd year. Dax Hill and DJ Turner going into their 3rd year. We are young in the cornerback room. If we add Jaire Alexander, that adds veteran presence. Also a guy who has already proven, yes, he's had some seasons where he's taken steps back because of injury, but a new place, sometimes just all players need, just a change of scenery. I promise you Cincinnati's a change of scenery from Green Bay. And it would make perfect sense for Cincinnati Bengals. 1, he's a locker room guy. 2, he would be a veteran in the cornerback room. And 3, they need all the help they can get. I don't care if we have to go in debt to sign Trey Hendrickson and to sign or extend Trey Hendrickson and sign Jaire Alexander. I don't care if we go in debt because next offseason, you know what they're going to do? They're going to make the cap space more. They're going to increase the cap space. So I don't care if we have $1 million in cap space left at the end of this offseason because next season they'll probably add another $20 million. Then we can get more guys. But Cincinnati Bengals, they're in win mode now. And what do teams do that are in win mode now? Win now mode? They go get players like Jaire Alexander. They extend their own players like Trey Hendrickson and go be sneaky and go get a player like Jaire Alexander who is still available. The Bengals should go get him. He should be in the stripes next season and should be in Cincinnati next season. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about the Cincinnati Bengals going after Jaire Alexander. Let me know if you would agree with it. If you disagree with it, let me know as well why you disagree with it. I think most of you would agree with me that we should be going after Jaire Alexander. He should be in the Bengals locker room within the next few weeks. That's how I feel about it. Once again, we're in win now mode. Can't say that win now mode. Extend Trey Hendrickson, sign Jaire Alexander. I don't care if we have $5 or less million in cap space next season or this offseason, because next offseason they'll increase it more. And we're trying to win a Super Bowl. We're trying to bring a Super Bowl trophy to Cincinnati. Trey Hendrickson can help you do that. Jaire Alexander can definitely help you do that. Thank you so much for watching this Bengals Digest video. So if you love the Bengals as much as me and Isaac, my co-host, don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. We're on the road to 2,000. Like this video. Comment down below once again how you feel about Jaire Alexander. If you agree with going after him or disagree with going after him, and tell me why. Turn on post notifications because me and Isaac will be talking about the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincinnati Bengals only every single day right here on the Bengals Digest channel. But for the Bengals Digest channel, I'm Carson Lokey. Have an amazing day, and God bless.